Hey, how are you? This is no soliciting, and I already cut it apart. So this one says no soliciting, and then we've got thanks but no thanks. Seriously, don't make it weird, and unless you're selling cookies. And then there's also this little thank you portion, okay? Now, we're gonna put that, on this rectangle simple shape tonight. And I'm going to attempt a flower arrangement. So I used to be really, really good at flower arrangements. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, love? Really good at them. I still like to think I am really good at them, but we'll see about that, okay? Can't make any promises tonight, but I am going to paint this sign a brownish. I would like to make it kind of a wood grainy looking sign. I don't want it to be just flat brown. So this is camel, okay? Just painting the background. And then I have some bark. And I also have some dune that I pulled out to just add a little bit of something. And y'all, I think I'm going to go with the other side of this one because it's like, I don't know if it got wet or what, but it's possible. I did have a little bit of a leak in my air conditioner a while back. And I thank God I didn't have anything on my shelves except for a couple of packs of simple shapes. And I think this might have been one of the ones. Hi, Karen. Hey, Judy. How are you? A little buzzing around. All right. Y'all, I love having a shed, but I do have bugs out here sometimes. Just randomly. I do have my guy come out here and spray. Probably need to get him to do that again. I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining, Judy and Karen. Hey, Peg, how are you, love? Hi, Laura. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, ladies. So you can comment the word salesman, okay? Either one word or two, either one. To get the link to get the stuff that I'm using tonight. And then you can wait till Hobby Lobby has a sale on their floral and go grab you some floral, just like the floral that I'm using. And I forgot to put water in this, so let's do that too. All right, so I've just got a thin layer of camel here. And now I'm going to dip my brush in a little bit of water. Hey, Stephanie, how are you, love? And I'm just gonna blend in some dune. Okay, and really, I should have done something different. Let me see if I can get a little color tray out so I don't mix these colors up, because this one's not quite dry, which is okay. I think it'll blend a little easier if it's not quite dry. Hey, Sharon, what's going on? How are you? Hi, Brownie. Hey, Laura. Welcome, my friends. All right, so I just pulled a little bit of dune right here, and I'm just kind of randomly adding it. Okay, I might need a little more water. Okay, I just wanted a little, okay? I'm not trying not to go overboard with this. And then I'm gonna come back in a minute. So this brush is dry, and I'm just gonna kind of spread it a little bit with that one, and then there's my brown. I did have a good day. I'm glad to hear that you did too. I'm glad for it to be just about over. Played a little fetch with Dozer tonight. Y'all, he is just so full of energy. It amazes me. he is too funny. So he loves to play fetch. He is a Labrador, so he's a Labradoodle, but he does have that lab gene in him that he just wants to run and run all day long, play fetch. He will bring you his toy and drop it on you. Well, sometimes he'll make you fight him for it, but eventually he will drop it on you and expect you to throw it. And, I mean, what kind of monster doesn't throw the toy? So, we did that before I came out to do my live. And that was fun. Wore him out a little bit. And I don't know if I told y'all, but we started putting him to bed at about 7:30 every night because he's crazy after 7:30. He turns into like a little gremlin. Ooh, look for you. Look for you. What am I saying? Look at you is what I meant to say. I'm so excited about your new stove. Hi, Lisa. That's really exciting. I love new appliances. I just love them, so I'm sure it's an awesome one. Okay, so this is pretty good wood grain, in my opinion. Okay. So I'm going to just make sure this is really good and dry. And I probably need to make sure so I started painting the other side. If you weren't here. Yeah, tell us what kind of stove you got, Laura. We're all interested. We want to know. And we want to live vicariously through you, I think. I know I do. I wish that I'm drying the back side because I started to paint it, but it has like a little bit of a water damage situation going on because it got wet. Ooh, nice. So gas or electric? We don't have gas here. Well, they have propane, but they don't have natural gas. I think probably because there's so much stone. We're on land, like limestone. Ooh, yes. A new dishwasher is always nice too. Okay, so there's my little wood grain. I think that looks pretty darn good. For just painting a few different little colors on there, I think that looks excellent. Okay, so I have a bunch of floral stuff here on all over the place. Okay, now we're gonna use surface wax. Oh, thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm just getting a little bit right on my wax applicator. And I'm going to just spread it over my simple shape. Now, if you are still unsure... Oh, okay. Yeah, ours is electric here, and I hate it. Although I wouldn't want propane just because you have to have your tank filled up and all that junk all the time, and that's just too much for me. I want it to come right out of the pipe, straight into my house like at my old house, but that's not possible, so that's fine. Anywho, if you're unsure on how to use surface wax, you're going to want to use it on mostly like wood type surfaces, okay? And you'll want to use it on a wood surface that is painted or a layered paste design, okay? So if you put down some design and then you do another design over it on wood, you're going to want to do wax, okay? So you don't want to use it on reusable surfaces, on glass, on wood, on metal, or anything like that. Okay, you don't need to use it on those kinds of surfaces. So I think that positioning looks okay. But you do want to use it on wood or on something that's a layered, painted design, okay? Because basically what it's going to do is it'll protect your transfer from pulling up whatever that paint is that you already have down, and it'll protect your surface to keep your transfer from pulling up that paint or whatever's on the surface. Okay, I'm going to use shimmer shadow, okay? Just simple black, because my floral stuff is kind of a brownish. I want it to stay kind of neutral tonight. And I couldn't find my floral tape. I'm sure it's somewhere. But I still since moving out here to my shed, I have still yet to bring every bit of my stuff out here. Hi, Rita. How are you? Welcome. So yeah, I couldn't find my floral tape, so we're gonna make do tonight. And we're gonna use some washi tape that I bought from Dollar Tree instead of floral tape. And I think it'll work just the same. And it's green-ish, so that's fine. Okay, so that's good. That looks great. A little shimmer, never hurt anybody, okay? Now let's dry this. Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. Just the electronics alone in them are probably killing us. Just trying to get them. I'm surprised that you can even buy appliances at this point because of the way that the whole logistics thing in the whole world is. That is so exciting, Laura. I'm excited for you. So yeah, we decided to give Dozer a bedtime, so now he goes to bed at 7:30 every night. And that is really helpful, y'all. I didn't realize that that would help him. But I guess just like a baby, like a toddler, he needs to just go to bed because he's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna do no soliciting. We're gonna do thanks but no thanks also. Okay? We're also gonna do seriously don't make it weird. And if I can fit, unless you're selling cookies, we're going to fit that here too. And I'm not pushing down on my words above, okay? I'm just setting this right down. What I could do is I could use some wax over this to keep from pulling up those words. I'm hoping I don't pull them up, okay? Just crossing my little fingers because I didn't wax. But I should have probably. Alright, that looks pretty good too. So now we have thanks but no thanks. Okay. So let's try this one. Oh man. Oh, that's a lot of appliances all at one time. Ooh, handsome and single, huh, Laura? Yeah, girl, get it. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. So, back, well, it's been a while now. Probably 5 or 6 years ago, I got a French door refrigerator. I had a side-by-side for most of my adult life. I've also had one with the freezer on top and the fridge on the bottom. But then I transitioned to the side-by-sides mainly because I would buy them used. And when you don't have a lot of money, you do what you do, you know? So anyways, I finally got a brand new fridge. Like, I mean, it's been a while, okay? But anyways, the French door ones I really love, but the freezer is not big enough. So definitely take that into consideration. Buy yourself a deep freeze if you're going to get one of those, because there's not enough freezer space at all. Especially, I mean, for me and Chris, it's fine. We do use a deep freeze for anything bigger, but for a family, there's no way. So either get yourself a garage fridge or a deep freeze and you'll be happy. I love this so much. Seriously, don't make it weird. Okay? And then we're going to go one more time and we're going to put, unless you're selling cookies. So yeah, I had another busy day at work today. After work, I did work on packaging some orders, so I'm going to be shipping some more stuff out today. A few little odds and ends. If you haven't gotten your tracking yet, you'll get it today, okay? On anything that I owe you that I'm mailing, okay? If I ordered it from Chalk, they are catching up, okay, with shipping. but they are still a little behind. So please be patient with us. And just please understand that I'm waiting on orders too, okay? So, on my own stuff. And I have a big order that I have been just I have not had the mental capacity to go through it yet, unpack it and all that stuff, add it to my inventory. Mainly I'm just tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. Okay, here we go. So that's pretty good, unless you're selling cookies. Okay. All right. Now let's put this to the side for a few minutes while we move over. So recently I went over to my Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago and I found some real winners, okay? And I don't know what's going on because normally my Dollar Tree doesn't have anything that's good, okay? But I found this bad boy. And I also went to Hoblob recently and I got some floral stuff whenever it was on sale. And I just love this huge sunflower. I love it. So I've been wanting to figure out something to do with it. And I knew that I would find something eventually. But I've finally figured it out. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to, and this is going to be real simple, okay? Nothing crazy. I do want to, and I love this too. I got this last year. It's like, it was a bundle of fall floral stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, these weird little dried things. And so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put this all together and tape it all up real nice. Had this all together a minute ago, but let's see if I can. Thank you, Judy. I'm glad you like this. All right. There we go. Alrighty then. So now I'm kind of trying to space this to the sort of the side. Because I want it to be like this at the bottom, okay? I want it to be kind of a spray, and I don't think that's gonna help me any. I don't know where she's at. Who knows what she's doing, to be honest with you. She's probably busy. I don't know if my dad's home this week or what, from the ranch. Who knows? She might be up there with him. All right, so let me see if I can get my little, where are they? Oh, here we go. So I'm gonna just see if I can pull out of this rat's nest some wire so that I can wrap it first with just a piece of floral wire. This is just the thin stuff. Hopefully it will hold. And then I'm going to tape it, but I'm just going to wrap that to kind of give that a little bit of extra support, okay, just like that, before I tape it, okay, and then that way, that gives me a little bit of room to maneuver it around, okay? There we go. All right, so then like I said, I don't know where my floral tape is, but I have this washi tape that's half decent from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it a go. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to wrap it just like I would floral tape, okay? Right around there. And it's not perfect, but that will work. And then I will glue. And it'll give me a place to have this all secured. Okay? Okay. Oh, I guess I don't even need scissors to cut this with. All right, so that's pretty good. Now, that's not going to hold it forever, okay? But it's a good starting point. And it gives me a little bit of room to relax and kind of pull some of this stuff apart so that you can see more of it. What do y'all think? Oh gosh. Okay, so I think I can even kind of bend this a little forward so you can see it. So it's really like it's looking at you. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this end off. Okay, and then I need to secure it to this frame. Okay, now I can't believe my Dollar Tree had this thing, the wagon wheel, because I never have the good stuff, y'all. Literally never have the good stuff. And so, isn't it pretty? I love it. I had no idea what I was going to do with it whenever I bought it, but that's pretty much me with most of the stuff that I buy for my crafting. Is I see something and I'm like, I love that, but I don't have a clue what I'm going to do with it. And then it stays in my craft room for a while until one night I'm like, oh, I have that. I can use that. And then I do, and it's awesome. So, I'm happy to have it. Okay, so I'm just wrapping this right around this wire frame to kind of sturdy it just a little bit more. I am going to glue it, okay? I'm not going to just leave it to hang like this because there's no way that it's going to stay put like this. But that way it just secures it a little bit more. And I could probably even, I'm just now thinking about this, I could probably even do a little bit of something else here. Okay, just to make sure that I really do hold this in place really well. I have this million miles of jute over here, and I think I'm gonna just wrap the bottom. Now, this isn't gonna show because I am planning to put the sign on here at somewhere on this thing, and I'm also planning on doing a bow, but I would like it to be sturdy and not just completely fall off the first time that you open my door, you know. Oops. And Chris comes in like a maniac sometimes, so I need to make sure that it's sturdy. Okay. So I am going to add some glue back here along this back edge and up there so that as I wrap, I'm gluing it too, okay? I'm probably going to need to secure it up here as well. So I'm gonna have to figure that out real quick because I didn't think about that before, but now thinking it's probably going to need to be. All right. All right. Just hold that there for a second while that glue kind of dries a little. And then I'm going to come up here and look at the back side of this thing and try to find a place that I can sort of secure some of this to it. And I think I can go right in here with just some wire and do a similar thing, okay? Just to make sure that I'm not letting this thing just flop around. I don't want that, okay? So I'm going to come back here and I'm just going to Oops, see, just doing that, just kind of flipped it around. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue back here too, up against this thing, so it kind of holds it a little bit more. And I dropped that piece of wire, and who knows where it's at. Now I'm going to step on it with bare feet, and that's going to be fun. All right, let's try this again. So I have definitely messed up this wire. Okay, I've just started pulling it out. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that can actually have a roll of wire or string or something and not just have it into a big old nightmare of a... Yeah, well, Dozer's not allowed out here anymore because he's a wild animal. He's absolutely feral. And he acts like a maniac. Plus, y'all, he is 42 pounds, okay? And counting. So, there's that. Okay, here we go. So, he's a maniac. So, he goes to bed at 7:30, and it's great. For all of us, because my sanity can stay intact, mostly. My sanity related to Dozer anyways can stay intact. And he doesn't act like a maniac in the middle of the night. At all hours of the night is what I mean. And plus, while I'm out here, then Chris doesn't have to worry about him getting into every single thing in the house and all that. So earlier, I guess I left my bedroom door open all day, which is normally a no-no. And I'm on a call, a work call, and I look over, and this dog is running through the living room, or running through my, office and kitchen with a pair of Chris's underwear in his mouth. He is precious. He's a little turkey, though, that's for sure. So yeah, running through the house with Chris's underwear, and I'm like, okay. And so I have this new mic thing, y'all. And if you're like Rach, I know you work from home. I don't know what you use for your meetings or whatever, but we use Teams. And this is not perfect, whatever. Anyways, we use Teams, and I've never really used Teams before. I always use WebEx for my calls, my teleconferences. And so, I never knew anything really about Teams, but Teams is a pretty cool app. It's from Microsoft. And at my office, when I was there last week, they have these speakers that you can plug into your computer, and it makes it a speaker where it sounds really good. And you can hear from it, obviously, and it's not your computer microphone and speaker, right? So it's called a Jabra speaker, and I have it. Yeah, I use Teams too. And so now I do. We used to use WebEx, but we quit using it. So anyway, I got this Jabra speaker, y'all, and it is so cool. But when I first call into a meeting, I have to mute myself. Even if I mute myself coming in, it unmutes me, okay? And so Chris is coming in the house, and I'm calling into this call. I know I'm about to be on the thing, right? I'm well aware. And so Chris comes in, and Dozer's acting crazy as usual, and one of my bosses is like, oh my gosh, what's happening over there? I'm like, oh, it's fine, my dog is insane. And then Chris sees his underwear sitting on my desk, and he goes, what are my boxers doing here? Where my bosses could hear him, and they're like, what are you doing over there, Pam? And so that happened to me today. So then I had to explain to them that Dozer was running through the house with Chris's boxers in his mouth, and that this is every day for my house. Nothing new, nothing to see here, just move along, Alright, so I'm going to just wrap this a little bit more with this. I like the way this looks. Even though I'm not going to see it, I like it. So I'm going to just do that. Kind of gives it a little bit of a finished look. Yeah, so, you know, my bosses, they know I'm nuts, okay? They talk to me constantly, and they know it. So it's nothing new to them. Plus, they've heard me yelling at Dozer to stop it. Because, again, didn't mute myself on accident and said that while someone was talking. Y'all, these things happen, okay? Working from home can be a struggle. I mean, I don't have kids or anything, so I'm sure it's really tough with kids, but just with a puppy, it's a lot of work. And so now everyone asks about Dozer. They know all about him. They've seen pictures of him. But yeah, so running through the house with Chris's boxers in his mouth, just living his best life. I mean, honestly, he does whatever he wants. Look how pretty this is. Okay? I'm sorry. I know it's kind of hard to see. Okay? Alright. Now, I need to make a bow, a big one. And we're going to attach this somewhere. So I'm thinking, I kind of want it to go up, I think. I don't know. We're going to find out. But let's do a bow first. He's innocent. You're hilarious. I mean, you are the best aunt ever, Rachel, to really just believe in your nephew about, you know, his innocent, and he'll never be proven guilty in your eyes, I'm sure. Okay, so I told you I'm making a big bow, okay? I was not kidding. So I'm going to just cut several strips of the same length. 3 of them, to be precise. And I'm going to get 3 of my little zip ties over here, okay? I just got this ribbon on Amazon. Nothing's fancy about it, okay? So I'm folding it like that, overlapping it, okay? I'm going to squeeze it together, just like so. Oh, no. You may try exiting out of Facebook and trying to come back and see if that helps, Judy. Sorry about that. I don't know. It seems to be okay on my end, so it may be your internet. Alright, so tighten that all the way up, okay? And I messed this up, but I try to do this to the back, but there we go. And then instead of using scissors, I like to use wire cutters because it's so much easier to cut these, okay? And then I want to make this one just a little bit smaller, okay? So that it'll go on top easily of that one. So go like that. This is the back side towards me. So try to keep that side, this thing over here. And tighten it up real good. Okay, and then snip it right off and floof it up a little bit. That's a technical term if you didn't know. Floof it, okay? Okay. All right, now we're gonna put those two together, okay? So now I'm gonna need another one actually. Excuse me. All right. And I want to make sure that the right side is pointing out, okay? I don't want the side with the overlapping part of the ribbon on the outside. So I want to make sure that for both of these, I've got the right side out. And just tighten that all the way up. Now these are connected together and I can kind of floof them together now, okay? And then I have this one. I'm just gonna fold it in half. And I'm gonna get my good scissors because I want a nice sharp line. And I don't know if I've cut a lot of paper with the other ones. Okay, so now I've literally just folded it in half and cut the tails. And you could actually layer the tails too on this if you wanted to. And I kind of think I want to. I sort of want this to be like a big bow. I think I'm going to go for it. Why not? You know, live your best life, ladies. Use that whole roll of ribbon. I dare you. All right. Fold that in half again and just fold and cut, you know? Just like so. All right. Now we have tails. And what I like to do to layer them is do it like that, okay? So that they're nice and fluffed up. And then, hold on. Let me see if I can. Now, I'm going to take my last one and these little 4-inch zip ties are really coming in handy. Super clutch. But this one, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest bows I've done. And now, I've got it all done except the centerpiece, okay? So now, and I mean, obviously you can just like fluff it out or whatever once you get everything all situated. But I'm going to cut one last strip, and I don't really know how long it needs to be, so I'm kind of guessing. And I'm going to fold it in thirds. Now, you're not going to see the edge of this ribbon here, but that's okay. And I'm just going to fold it all the way around. And trim it just to there, okay? Now, oops, and come to the back and give it a little bit of glue, and I'm just gonna try and be careful and not burn my fingerprints off. Hi Jan, how are you? They do say that crafters will be the best criminals because we have no fingerprints left. So, that's your tip of the day, my friends. If you were wondering. Maybe a second career you might have had in mind. Who knows? Alright. And I have scorched mine off quite a few times now. Hi, Lori! Welcome! Hi, Vera! How are you, ladies? Alright. Just holding this until it's like good and done, you know. I want it to be where it's not going to come apart. And I'm really kind of glad that I covered that bottom part up with that, with the rope, because I'm thinking about not putting this over the base of that. I'm really liking the way that looks with the jute on the bottom of those flowers. So I think I might go ahead. Oh my gosh, Judy. Good Lord. I mean, honestly, I've probably had that too, where my fingers are literally unusable. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Yeah, exactly, Laura. Side hustle indeed. Don't take advice from me, okay? I'm just joking. It's a joke. Okay, so there's our fully done. Oh my gosh, this thing is shutting like crazy. There's our bow now. And now you can just floof it up a little bit more, okay? Make sure that everything looks good. And of course you can do this once it's hung too. Okay, I am going to trim. I don't know what is happening here, but this thing is like, these little stray strings are all over now all of a sudden. I love that this one's burlap, but it's not like that typical burlap that sheds. Kind of like, feels dirty. Sounds good, Lori. Count me in. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want Facebook to shut me down. Okay, so there we go. Now, cute, right? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's see if I can clean up my space. So, y'all, this is going to be so pretty. I'm excited about this. So, this is our wheel, okay? And then, of course, we have our sign that we made, the no soliciting sign, okay? Which is going to go right on there like that. And then I need to decide where this thing goes. So I'm thinking this dude can go like right over here. But I'm going to have a time really attaching all of this here. So that's going to be a thing that's going to have to, I'm going to have to figure out real quick. Real quick, like, let's see. I'm looking to see if I have any. I know I have some. Hold on, let me grab some popsicle sticks really quick. Well, I thought I had popsicle sticks over there, but these will work too. Okay, so just some little skewers. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put a ton of glue on the back of this, okay? And then I am going to put the skewers on here too, across the back of it. So I don't really particularly want to put a hole in it. That's my only problem. Because I did think about that. But I just don't want to put a hole in the sign. Because I don't want it to be like it's hanging. But that is a fabulous idea. Let me see if I can reach. Oh, goodness. There goes one of my fingerprints right there. Okay. I thought I had popsicle sticks over here somewhere. I do. I know I do. Look, this room is an organized nightmare. Okay? It is organized. It's very organized. But who knows where everything is? You know? When you put things away, all of a sudden then you can't find them, you know? I know, it's definitely, it does steam. It's very hot indeed. Okay. Try my best not to stick my fingers directly in it. And just remember, this won't work great if you have a very hot climate. I mean, our climate is warm, but I don't have direct sunlight on my door, on my front door. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to use hot glue, you could absolutely use like a staple gun. Yeah, potentially that could have absolutely happened. I'm thinking they might be on my cart over here that's full of stuff. So that's helpful. right at arm's reach, but full of other stuff too. So, you know. Okay. Now, this might be a good, like, winter wreath situation for you, though, if it kind of cools down. Ooh, that would be a great idea. To wrap it, like, right here. I like that idea. Or even on this side, maybe, too. Okay, so there's that so far. And I do really love that idea. So let's see if we can get with the program and not let this glue to the... Ooh, that's a great idea too. And even like, I've done a piece of ribbon actually before too. Like on the back and then done sticks over that. Or just use a piece of ribbon to help keep something on. I really like this other idea too though. Let's see if I can do it. Like if I were to go right here and go through there. Ooh, I love that. Okay. Doing this one. Alright. I know that y'all can't really see what I'm doing, but 1 second and I'll show you. Okay. Here we go. All right. I love that. And it gives like a rustic flair. So by the way, you can comment the word salesman to get this no soliciting sign, the transfer, and some simple shapes, a pack of them on sale tonight. If you want to grab this, make this project yourself. You can find these wire frames at, I found mine at Dollar Tree for $1.25, y'all. So if you are out and about, keep an eye out for one of these at your Dollar Trees, or as I like to do, stop into a random Dollar Tree, maybe in a different part of town or whatever. You never know what you're going to find. Okay. I usually go, whenever I go to Houston, I go to my mom's Dollar Tree just to look around and be jealous because they have like that Dollar Tree Plus, y'all. They have the Dollar Tree with the $5 stuff, and it is awesome. They have all kinds of cool stuff. And I mean, this time when I went, they had those tumbling tower blocks. They had these frames. They had so much great stuff. Even some like of those welcome door, like the front porch signs or whatever, you know, the porch leaners. Okay, so I think that'll do it, and that crosses over one of those lines. I think that's really pretty. I could even do that on this side too, but I think it might be too much if I do that. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. But I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to just let that hang out for a minute. And then this ribbon does have a lot of little things hanging off of it. Little just white threads. I don't know why. Okay. So I don't want to let that stick to my tabletop, so I'm kind of waiting. But what do y'all think so far? Good, right? Yeah, I think so. And I'm really loving this humongous sunflower. I know it's enormous, but yeah, that was a great idea. Thank you, Jan. All of your ideas were fabulous. All of you. And I hope if one of you tries this project that you try it yourself. Look how great that the wood grain looks too. I think that turned out really nice. Okay. So this is still kind of, I don't want it to stick to my table because it probably will, but whatever. Okay, so now thinking about maybe wiring this with the back. Oh, I had it backwards and was wondering why it wasn't looking like I thought it was supposed to look. Okay, I swear I'm losing my mind, y'all. So I'm going to try this really quick and see if I can wire this back part of the ribbon there to the thing. And then I can also glue it. Maybe. I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to try though. Okay. All right. If I can get this stupid thing to go through here. All right. And then I'm going to take it to the inside of the bow. There we go. And just wrap it around this first wire back here, or the thing, and then see if I can just give it a little bit of, so I'm kind of just like wrapping it around itself. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it's not really super secure yet. But I feel like that's something that I'm going to be able to glue it to also, okay? So then I can do the other side over here, like to this middle one. I think that will work, and then I can just glue the back of it too, okay? All right. I'm glad y'all like this idea. I've been really excited to do one of these wreath forms, but a little nervous also. Just because, you know, I'm never confident in my floral ability. But I always try to put my floral ideas together a little bit before I start, just to know that I have a general idea outlined, so that I don't not know and then come on and be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, you know? Let me not do it through that one. Let's do this one right here. There we go. Okay, so this kind of gives me a tiny bit of flexibility where I can kind of move it around too if I want. Ooh, that's perfect. And then I can glue it and use the metal, the wire as kind of an anchor. These little white strings are just gonna irritate me though. Okay, so only thing I don't love about this ribbon is it doesn't really fluff up really nicely like regular that regular buffalo plaid does. But I do like that it's not regular burlap, because that stuff is just, as much as I like regular burlap, I don't really like regular burlap for ribbons. I mean, for bows that much. It's just, it feels gritty, and I don't like it. Okay. Oh, shoot. I think I did pretty good here, my friends. So, trying to hold that steady here. But I also would like to make sure that I have it kind of straightened out, so that I can figure out how I can hold it. My goodness. There we go. What do y'all think? Do you love it? I love it. So, the no soliciting part, right? And you can just hang it on with a door hanger right here. Okay? I'm glad y'all like this. Thank you so much. Anyway, you can comment salesman right here in the comments to get all the stuff to make this tonight on sale. Comes with the transfer and some simple shapes for you. It's actually a 2-pack of simple shapes, so you can make a couple of different projects with it, which is always fun to get a little extra stuff and goodies for a very low price. Anywho, I will see you all tomorrow night. I hope you enjoyed this opportunity to watch me burn my fingers off. Oh, Judy, you need to try one of these then. I would love to see yours that you've made. I'm sure it'll be way better than mine. And I will see her tomorrow night, okay? Make sure, if you've commented the keyword, or even if you haven't, make sure that you do. And get the live notices, okay? You can not only get the link to check out to get this on sale tonight, but you can also, by using my keyword, you can get my new live notices starting next week, okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you later, okay? Have a good night.